Welcome back to Score One Still One. Today it's episode 5 and I thought we'd start today's episode by looking at the dynamics of the team, because obviously we've had lots of players coming and going. It is a bit of a mess, as you can see here, with a lot of players in that others section, all these new players that don't fit in to a social group. But there are a few new players, like Higuain has bonded with Gamero and Fernandez. We've got Modric, Kroos and Modric and Veselko, the Croatians, are friends with Toni Kroos. I'm not really sure why. I mean, Kroos isn't Croatian, but I suppose he's mates with Modric, so that works. And most of the players in here are players that have been at the club for a long time. However, there are quite a few new players. I think it's because these are mainly Spanish players, so the likes of Aduriz has fitted in with this bunch. We've got Rodrigo in there, a new player, so maybe that makes sense. So it's not as much of a mess as it could be. I wonder what it will look like halfway through the season, though. It really, really could be a mess. This is the hierarchy, so we've got the team leaders in Torres, Gabi and Godin. Torres hasn't played yet. I probably should play him soon. And then we've got the highly influential players, and then all these other players as well. So there are players that come into the team that are considered to be highly influential, like Higuain and Kroos and Modric. So there's plenty of dynamical stuff that is going on here. Happiness-wise, there's a few players that are a bit unhappy. Torres not getting first-team football. Gabi is likely to get first-team football now because Partey's gone. So hopefully that will cheer him up a bit. Yeah, it could be a mess come the end of the season. So far, it has kind of gone to plan. We're second in the league, just behind Sevilla. We've only lost one game. Cristiano Ronaldo, actually top goal scorer, but remember, he has gone to Celta Vigo because we lost him. And that brings me on to my next point. Financially, you guys decided in the poll, I think about 80% of you said I should fiddle with the finances. It's not really a major part of the series. Just try and calm things down a bit. And in the comment section, people were saying, don't just change yours, change the opposition's as well. So Ronaldo went to Celta Vigo. What I've done is I've put his wage down to 20k a week, which is ridiculously low, but we can't bankrupt Celta Vigo. It's not their fault they've got Ronaldo. I kept Iker Munians and who was the other player we lost? I've forgotten. The other guy that we lost. I've kept those contracts the same. I have clicked just to make sure I pressed remove all bans, which might remove other bans, of course, as well. But hopefully that will rectify the problem with registration. However, things like if a player plays for more than 2 teams in a season, you're not technically allowed to play again for a third team. So I don't know if Ronaldo will be able to play for Celta Vigo. Likewise with a few other players we've lost, like Marcelo. Now, one of the biggest problems, I think, was when we played Athletic Bilbao, we gave them 2 players. Can they even play them? Because they're not from the Basque region. So they've got Filipe Luis and Marcelo. I've altered their contracts, by the way, as well. There's going to be a lot of editing here. But I just don't want to completely mess up opposition teams as well. What I've done with our finances, though, all I've done so far is increase our wage budget to 3.4 million a week from 2.4 million. So that's a big increase. We're still spending more than that, but that might even out. As we lose games and lose a few more players, that might even out. So I don't want to change anything too drastic at the moment. I've not changed individual wages of players. So that's what I've done so far, just to make you aware of what has happened. Tactically, you guys, it was a bit closer. I think about 57% said I should use new tactics. So there's plenty of you saying I should use the strongest tactic that I have, to give me the best chance. And you understand that's why I chose the Invincity tactic or the Napoli tactic. However, more than half of you want me to use new things. And I think the general consensus was just use what you think is best, what fits best with the players you have available. Because there's going to be players leaving, coming and going all the time. That, for example, at the moment, I've not really got many wingers. Griezmann's going to play on the left, Fajar's going to play on the right. But if I suddenly had no wingers, then I'll have to change to a different tactic. So I just have to use my judgment with that, I think. Anyway, today's games, we're going to be playing 3 games once again. We're going to take on Lejeune in the league, then Girona, and then CSK Moscow in the Champions League. Well, let's get on with the first match of the episode. Then we should be winning this game. We've got it on attacking. We've got quality players. We've lost quite a few defenders, but we still have a very good team. And I expect us to win this. Whether the players will listen to me because they're new or I've been selling players. Well, they believe, the game believes that I've got rid of these players. Oh, I have got rid of them, but they think I've legitimately let them go. So I will have problems with players coming to me. I've already had that. Someone coming to me and saying, Ronaldo, why have you let him go? He's our best player. So that could be a problem in trying to inspire this team. But let's see how we get on today in this first match. Here's Modric on the ball. With some goal-heavy games recently, haven't we? It'd be nice to try and keep a clean sheet. Here's Modric again. Modric and Kroos. What a central midfield partnership that is. It doesn't really matter who else we have when we've got those players in the team. Here's Fajar. Oh, almost getting his first goal for the club. Are there any debutants? I don't think there are today. There's Xhaka on the bench. He could make his debut. And NDI, I think, hasn't made his debut yet. Here's a free kick. Griezmann. Oh, over the bar. Not a bad effort. Free kick. Griezmann once again. He hasn't really done much for me yet, has he? Has he scored? I don't even know. Here's Kroos whipping a ball in. And Savic at the back post makes it 1-0. We're stealing a player. I mean, stealing players from these sorts of teams. There's no one that will come into the team and get a place in the first 11. But at some point they might if we, go on a losing run and we've run out of our top quality players. It's kind of a bit of a risk playing my best players against these sorts of teams as well. Because if they score a goal, they might steal Modric, for example. But I do need to put the best team out to win players. So it's kind of balancing it up, I suppose. Here's Fajar. And he's hit the post. For example, Fajar shouldn't really be in the first team. He's not good enough for Atletico Madrid. But he's the best option on the right-hand side at the moment. So it doesn't really matter if we lose him. We are dominating. 15 shots to their 1. Free kick. Can we make it 2? Modric whips it in. Godin. Oh, how on earth did that not go in? I have no idea. Here's Savic again. Nope, he's knocked off the ball. I've brought Torres on for his first appearance of the season as they almost get an equaliser. Endo has also come on for his debut. So he's protected today. 10 minutes to go then. Can we hang on? It's been a boring second half. I've brought on Koke, by the way. Here's Endo into Kroos. Griezmann. Koke. Oh, just wide. Good effort. Can we steal a second play right at the death? We do! 2-0. NDI scores on his debut. I don't know how to pronounce that. Amath. That's probably how you pronounce his first name. Maybe I should just call him Amath. Griezmann finally does something and gets a good assist. And this will be the final whistle. So we're going to steal 2 players from Legionnaire, or however you pronounce them. An easy victory. Pretty boring game, really. Let's go back into it then. And we get to steal the 2 best rated players from Legionnaire. There's 2 players that got a 6.9, I think. Annoyingly, not defenders. I thought we'd get a defender today, but we didn't. So it's going to be Gabriel and... Oh no, how am I going to pronounce that? Gabriel, Brazilian advanced playmaker, or can play in defence midfield. So welcome to the club. He's not a bad player, actually. In he comes. And also, Szymanowski. Alexander Szymanowski. He's Polish. He's got 2 caps for his country. He's a winger. We could do with a winger, so he might actually be useful. It's time for our second game of the episode then. And we're taking on Girona today. I've made a few changes because I feel like we need to protect the likes of Modric and Kroos. So they're not even in the matchday squad today. They will be for the Champions League game against CSK Moscow. The back line stays the same. I don't really have much option in the back 4 and goal. Well, I mean, I could play Moya in goal today, I suppose. But I'm going to go with Oblak. Gabi's defence midfield. We're going with Koke and Banat in central midfield. Griezmann keeps his place, but Gamero comes in up front instead of Higuain, protecting him as well. And Fajar keeps his place on the right-hand side. Let's get on with this. And this should be another easy win. But you never know with score one still one, especially as I have weakened the team by putting up a few different players. But Koke, strong central midfielder, that's not really any weaker. Benat's a good player. Griezmann, Gamero, we've got some quality players. And our back line is still the same. We obviously lost Felipe Luis. But it's a good team, and we've won a penalty early on. Gabi is our penalty taker, so he should stick this one away. Time to make it 1-0 then. Up steps Gabi and slots it home. Easy stuff. Don't know about you, but the introduction music for this series, it's constantly stuck on my head. Why did I pick that twerpy, is that a word? Just happy little tune. It's nice though. It just repeats though, and it's getting a little bit tiring. Here we go, looking for a second goal. Banat out wide to Fajar. And here's Gamero, all by himself in the box, crosses it in. Oh, almost 2. Similar game to the last one, really. We're comfortably winning, but we're not able to find the back of the net more than once. And it was a penalty as well, so it's not particularly impressive from us. Corner to Girona, crossed in, and they've stolen a player. It's 1-1. This is not good. If it's been... Why is there a giant football over there, by the way? I've just noticed. We should be winning this game comfortably, even with slightly weaker team we've put out. And is this going to be a second? I thought that was going to cross the line, but somehow we cleared it. What is going on here? Let's demand more from the players, because we've suddenly just stopped playing, and Girona are just controlling this second half, looking to win it. Up the pitch to Gamero. What's he going to do? Can we get back into this? Bernat out wide to Fajar. Bernat again. Koke, lovely ball. One front into the box. Gamero and Griezmann finally scores to make it 2-1. So at this point in time, we're losing our worst rated player on the day. I don't know who that's going to be. Maybe we can have a look to see. At present, it looks like it's going to be either Godin or Versliko. I can't pronounce his name. I'm going to protect Griezmann. I think 7 should be enough. I'm going to throw on Rodrigo for his first. He's protected today. It's his first. It's his debut. And also, Fajar can come off for Simonowski, who we just stole, of course. And he's protected as well because it's his debut. What I would do is I'm going to swap Juanfran and Versalico around. I don't really know who I want to lose. I don't want to lose anyone. Can we score a third here? Rodrigo out wide to the Croatian. Good ball in. Lovely ball in. And Simonovsky probably should have stuck that away even at that tight an angle. I've just realised Fajar's on a 6.6. He will be lost. That's fine. I'm happy with that, to be honest. I'm glad I took him off on a 6.6. Gamero is going to come off. I'm going to throw on Fernando Torres for the last 5 minutes. He probably won't play enough to actually get a rating, so that's fine. Can we get a third goal and still a third player? It doesn't really matter because I'm not exactly enthralled about stealing 3 players from this team. I think it's going to finish 2-1. Another win on the road to potentially winning the title. We do have a chance, don't we? Even with the mess that is School One Still One. If we can win the title, I mean, that is the whole point, really. Win the league somehow with all the shenanigans going on. So then we will steal the 2 best rated players from Girona, which will be Ade is 1, which is good because he's a wing back. No, he's a winger. Really, he can't play wing back. Okay, we've stolen a winger. That's okay. Welcome to the club. And the next best rated player, I think, is Bernardo, who surely, yeah, he's a centre back, isn't he? 7.3. Thank goodness for that. We've stolen a centre back. He's 17 heading. That's good. He's Colombian. That has no relevance really, but there you go. He's a Colombian centre back, and we will lose the worst rated player for us, which I thought was for. Oh yeah, Rodrigo's protected, of course, as is Simonovsky, 6.6. Anyone get a worse rating than 6.6? No. So we're losing for Joe. That's good. That's fine. And he's also a player that can play. Well, he probably can't play for Girona until January because this will be the 3rd club he's played for, but he is kind of their level. This should be the hardest game of the episode, theoretically. CSKA Moscow, strong team. They've got the football manager legend that is Akinfeev in goal. I think we need to change the team up a bit. Well, we definitely need to change the team up a bit. We're going to play Simonovsky on the right. I need to do some registration once I've selected the team I want to play. I'm going to play Bernardo. He's going to make his debut. We still don't have any left backs. It's a bit irritating. Saul hasn't played for a while, has he? I'm going to play Saul and Modric in the middle. In fact, Saul and Modric in the middle. And then instead of Gamero up front, I'm going to play Higuain. We'll go for it in this one. Yep, they've got the legend that is Akinfeev in goal. That's good to see. They've got Zagoev, good player. Milanov, Golovin. They've got some decent players in their ranks. Hopefully, we'll be stronger. That's motivated them. Let's get on with this then. If you haven't done so already, please hit that like button. It'd be much appreciated, just to let me know you're still enjoying the series. There's a lot of people that are very happy about this being back. We'll see if we can go the distance this time and manage for a whole season. I don't see where we won't now. I just need to be sensible, make sure I don't do drastic things tactically. And when I have the opportunity to select players to steal, so when I score 4 goals, remember the new rule is I can only steal 1 player rather than 4. I can still 4 players, but I only get to choose 1 player. And I select, like, if I score 4 goals against CSKA Moscow today, I should really choose a left back, regardless of how powerful he is. But it's so tempting to choose Akinfeev. At the moment, we're not really prolific, are we? Today, we've scored 2 goals in both games, but we've certainly not been as prolific as in the previous episode. Here's one front into Higuain, and Griezmann makes it 1-0. I said don't get complacent out there, which usually means you get complacent. I'm just keeping it on attacking. That's the way we play, attacking football. Griezmann is pretty knackered. I'm going to take him off for... Can Shibazaki play there? Can kind of play there. And that's his... I think this is his debut, I think. I can't really remember. And let's bring Torres on for Higuain. Been a boring game, once again, really. Nothing hugely exciting about this one, but it's CSKA Moscow going to get back into this late on. Here's Milanov, back to Zagoev, into Nacho. This is nice play, but one front mops up at the back, and we should... Oh, Bernardo. What were you doing there? On his debut, he's protected as well. He knows he's protected, and he's just... That was sloppy. What was that all about? Let's have a look at this again. Oblak just plays it to Bernardo. He's got time and space. But look, he just doesn't trap the ball and then decides to not run after it. Oh my, that is awful. Rodrigo's going to come on the right-hand side. In fact, does he prefer to play on the left? No, I think he prefers to play on the right as an inside forward. I think it's going to finish 1-1, which means we're going to the randomizer. We could lose any one of our 18 players. The players that came off the bench, Shibazaki... Simmers, there's a few players protected because it's their debut, but everyone else is under threat. We've thrown it away. It was comfortable, literally no highlights. We're 1-0 up, and then a mistake at the back, and now we've got the potential to lose a really good player here, which makes it a bit more exciting for you guys watching, I suppose. So a 1-1 draw means we will steal 1 random player from CSKA Moscow and they will steal 1 random player from us. So let's generate the first one. That will be the player that we steal. And it's going to be number 8. I want a left back. Let's go. I need to get back into the game. 8. It's going to be Milanov, a right winger. Or an advanced playmaker on the left-hand side he prefers. Bulgarian international. Looks okay. Nothing spectacular about him. He's got nothing above 14, has he? And the player we're going to lose is... number 5. Oh, not another defender. We're really unlucky with the randomisation. We're losing defenders. It's frustrating. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, no. At least I don't have to pronounce his name again, but... frustrating. We've got no left backs. I might just have to look at the B team and see if there's anyone that can play left back. Let's just make sure. I mean, allow squad registration anytime is on for every single team because I've selected it. But whether the manager is or the AI actually registers other players, I don't know. What I will do is, if I remove bans, and this guy will lose his ban, but who cares? We'll lose that, and then he might be able to be registered. He should be able to be registered because of the thing I've selected. I need to turn my face back on. I'm back. Yeah. So I'm not 100% sure whether the AI will select him to be registered or not. We'll find out, I suppose, over the time if he faces us in the next game. Although perhaps because he's already played for a different Champions League team, that he might not be able to get around that way either. So who knows? In fact, although we've played Higuain and that was fine, and we stole him from Juventus in the Champions League, so I don't think that's a problem. It's just whether the computer actually decides to register them or not. Anyway, defensively we are weak, especially left back. Are there anyone in the under 18s that are decent at left back? Igor, no. Look at that, greyed out stars. That's not good. The B team though, surely someone. Let's have a look. There's Sergi, who could play. He's got 1 star apparently, and there's also Manny Rodriguez, who's awful. So I think we're going to have to go with Sergi. Can I move him to the first team? Is that something I can do? I'm a bit confused how it works. Moved affiliate, Atletico Madrid, so I can move him to my team. Is that how it works? Let's see. Sergi. Oh, he's there. So, okay. We have a left back. He's not particularly good, but at least we have a left back for the next episode, which will be against Real Sociedad. Then we've got Murcia in the Spanish Cup 4th round, and then Villarreal. So those will be the 3 matches in the next episode. Thank you for watching today's episode. Until next time, enjoy FM18. I'll see you very soon.